Each night, as the lights dim and the world outside your eyelids fades, something extraordinary begins. Your brain, the same organ that balances your body, solves equations and remembers names, turns inward and becomes a storyteller. It paints landscapes from nothing, revives voices long gone, bends time, invents physics. While your body lies still, your mind builds another universe. Welcome to another episode of Nightlamp Curiosity. I'm Professor Photon, and today we're going to dive into the exciting world of dreams. Stay with me until the end, because by the time this journey closes, you'll see that dreaming isn't escape. It's the hidden language through which consciousness speaks to itself. When you drift towards sleep, your awareness doesn't switch off, it changes frequency. Your brain's electrical rhythms slow. Alpha waves fade into theta and finally delta, the signature of deep sleep. Then, about 90 minutes in, the pattern surges upward again, rapid, irregular, vivid. Your eyes dart beneath closed lids, muscles lock in place, and your brain lights up with the energy of waking life. This is REM sleep, the stage where dreams unfold. Neuroscientists sometimes call it paradoxical sleep because although your body is at rest, your mind is on fire. The limbic system, seat of emotion, glows with activity. The visual cortex hums. But the prefrontal cortex, the region of logic and inhibition, goes quiet. In that silence, imagination takes the stage. Without the editor, the dreamer becomes the author. For centuries, we thought dreams were random, noise in the neural machinery. But modern imaging tells a different story. When researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Madison mapped dreaming brains, they found networks of creativity and memory linking up in ways unique to REM sleep. The same regions that light when artists improvise or scientists brainstorm ignite while we dream. The brain, it seems, uses dreams to rehearse possibility. At night, it breaks the boundaries of logic so it can explore ideas impossible by day. One study from Harvard showed that people tasked with solving complex puzzles often found solutions after sleep, and those who reported vivid dreams about the task performed twice as well. The dream is not chaos, it's laboratory. Inside those dream labs, sensory detail becomes astonishingly real. Colours shimmer beyond waking spectrum. Sound arises without air to carry it. The taste of water, the scent of rain, the pull of gravity, all simulated by neural code. Your brain doesn't need external input. It generates reality from within. Consider this. When you dream of running, your motor cortex fires as though your legs truly moved. When you dream of speaking, the language centers activate in perfect rhythm. Your brain uses the same circuits for imagination as for action. Dreaming, in this way, is virtual reality billions of years in the making. But what purpose does it serve? Scientists still debate, yet several elegant theories intertwine. One is memory integration. During REM, the hippocampus, the brain's librarian, replays fragments of the day, sorting them into long-term storage. Emotional experiences are replayed, recontextualized, softened. You literally feel through your memories while you sleep. Experiments at MIT showed rats dreaming of mazes they had run hours earlier, the same neural firing sequences repeating in miniature as if rehearsing success. Another theory sees dreaming as emotional regulation. The amygdala processes feelings, but the stress chemicals of waking, adrenaline, cortisol, drop in REM. That means you can relive difficult emotions safely without physiological panic. It's therapy written in biochemistry. And then there's the creativity hypothesis, that dreams are evolutionary innovation engines. By breaking logic's walls, the brain tests new associations. Many breakthroughs arrived through dream. Kekule's vision of a serpent biting its tail revealed benzene's ring structure. Paul McCartney awoke humming yesterday. Einstein's thought experiments, the trains, the falling elevators, mirrored lucid dream logic. The dreaming mind doesn't invent nonsense. It experiments with truth in abstract form. Now let's wander deeper into the architecture of dream itself. When you dream, you are both playwright and audience. Characters appear speaking lines you never wrote. Cities materialize with internal consistency. Doors open onto rooms that obey imagined geometry. How does the brain do this? Functional MRI scans suggest that the default mode network, the system responsible for daydreaming and narrative thinking, takes the lead. It integrates fragments of memory, emotion, and imagination into continuous storylines. Meanwhile, sensory cortices project those ideas as hallucinated perception. Dreams, then, are consciousness turned inside out, perception generated without external reality. To the dreaming brain, the experience is real. That's why a nightmare raises your pulse, why a dream kiss feels warm. Reality is whatever the brain believes enough to simulate completely. And sometimes the dreamer wakes inside the dream. This rare state, lucid dreaming, occurs when a flicker of prefrontal awareness returns during REM. You realize this is a dream and the world responds to intention. EEG studies show that lucid dreamers exhibit a hybrid pattern, part REM, part waking gamma waves. They can even signal to researchers by moving their eyes in prearranged patterns from within the dream. It is, scientifically, communication between worlds. Lucid dream research hints at a deeper capacity, metacognition inside imagination. It suggests that consciousness is not bound by physical input. It can self-reflect in any reality it builds. Perhaps that's what awareness truly is. The ability of the universe to know it, dreams. Dreams also connect body and mind in mysterious ways. During REM, the brainstem paralyzes most muscles, a safety mechanism called atonia, so that you don't physically act out your dreams. But micro-movements remain, twitches, changes in breathing, shifts in heart rate synchronized to dream emotion. When you run in a dream, your heart quickens. When you fall, your body jolts. The line between imagination and physiology nearly vanishes. Even your immune system listens. Studies show that consistent REM deprivation affects pain tolerance, learning, and emotional resilience. Dreaming isn't luxury, it's maintenance. Each night, the brain rewires, resets, rebalances through its stories. What about the symbolism, the strange grammar of dream? Freud called dreams the royal road to the unconscious. Today, neuroscience translates that idea biologically. Dreams speak through association, not language. The visual cortex merges with memory networks, weaving metaphors automatically. A locked door might represent unsolved problem, a soaring flight, freedom. Not because some hidden decoder dictates it, but because your brain thinks in patterns, not sentences. The dream world is fluent in metaphor because metaphor is the mind's native tongue. Waking logic is translation. Dreaming is direct speech. And then, beyond the science, comes the wonder. If your brain can construct a world so vivid that you don't realize it's imagined, what does that say about waking life? Philosophers from Zhuangzi to Descartes asked this question long before EEGs. Zhuangzi dreamed he was a butterfly, then woke uncertain. Was he Zhuangzi dreaming of a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming of Zhuangzi? Modern neuroscience doesn't dismiss the question. It deepens it. Perception, even awake, is a controlled hallucination, shaped by prediction and feedback. Your brain constantly guesses what reality is, correcting errors through the senses. Dreaming simply removes the feedback, leaving pure prediction. In both states, you live inside internally constructed worlds, dreams differing only in constraint. So perhaps consciousness, waking or dreaming, is the act of the universe painting experience on the canvas of possibility. Listen closely. When you dream tonight, billions of neurons will fire in concert, releasing electrical storms through your skull. Photons will dance inside retinal cells, though no light enters your eyes. Your brain will bend time, resurrect faces, invent physics, compose emotion. And in the center of it all, a silent witness will observe. The same awareness that listens now. You will be the creator and the creation, the scientist and the experiment, the sleeper and the dream. As you rest, think of the dream world not as fantasy, but as exploration. Your mind's nightly rehearsal for being alive. The same chemistry that fuels vision by day fuels imagination by night. When morning comes, some fragments remain, half remembered, shimmering like dew on thought. But their work is done. They've refreshed the system, filed the memories, softened the fears, whispered new ideas into your waking mind. So when you wake wiser, calmer, inspired, that's your brain thanking its own imagination. Dreams are not random, static. They are the quiet rehearsal of life itself. Thank you for staying till the end, and good night.